We're here backstage with Sting, Sky Daniels, welcoming Sting. It's, near the beginning of the tour. How's the new material finding its life on stage?
Do you know what's been really beneficial is playing dance halls and clubs, which I played at in the beginning of my career with the Police. This one, for example, where it's an intimate setting where you can introduce new material much easier and explain it, and it's much more gentle than going to a big arena because people just want to hear the hits. They just want to hear, what they know. But in this setting, I can explain things. I can gently, lead them into, my way of thinking. And so it's been great. We're playing enough hits in the set to keep people happy. But in between, we're just inserting this new material, and it's going great. I mean, I've never had better reviews.
Well, and speaking of that, the Vancouver Sun had a line that obviously resonated with me. It said, "Sting reveals a heart that still pulses with the spirit of 1977. And I know what that spirit is, and you know what it is. And that all that says is vital, vital, vital.
It's a lovely thing to hear. 77, I was 26. Do the math, okay? I'm the same age, but in my heart, I'm a kid.
And we saw when you so graciously played the show when we introduced 57th and 9th, the energy, the passion, and the commitment you still have, which makes, as you're saying, seeing you in a hall like the Palladium tonight, you're right. Everyone knows that this is an underplay and it's an opportunity. And you feel the passion more in a room like this.
Absolutely, people aren't sitting there comfortably in their posh seats, eating shrimp sandwiches. They're actually sweating in the mosh pit. they're into it. So I'm very happy to be doing this, and it reminds me of the old days. It really does.
And there's nothing wrong. As we talked the last time we saw each other, we long for some things of the old days, but we relish the fact that still alive and well and get into performance.
Well, I mean, we stay in nice hotels now. In the old days, we'd, stay in a motel, one room, and fight over the bed.
Whoever played best that night got the bed. On the new single, One Fine Day, I noted it takes a positive tone towards the hope of recognizing a need for environmental change. Is that the wisdom of someone who knows sugar better than vinegar?
I don't want to get on my soapbox. Everybody knows my position. For 30 years, I've been involved in the environmental movement, saying that climate change is real. And, I wish I could live in that world of the climate change denial. I wish it wasn't true. I'd be very happy to be wrong. I'd be very happy for all the scientific evidence to the contrary to be completely wrong, or that it's a hoax of some kind, but it's not. That is a fantasy, so we have to deal with it. It's probably the most pressing and urgent problem we have beyond anything, because it's an existential threat that we all face, and so our governments, our administrations have to sit down and really deal with it. So my tack in this song is to be ironic. I'm basically saying one day, if we persist in our folly, we'll become wise. And I just hope it's not too late.
Well, and it certainly does lend that sense of hope as opposed to just bitter criticism.
Yeah.
The irony is there, but it does end up saying, as the title says, one fine day we can only hope.
Yeah.
You have such a vast catalog now of material. How do you decide what's going in, particularly in a show like this where, as you say, you have a license to do whatever you want to a degree? How do you decide what songs go into a set list?
There are some songs that people will pay a ticket to hear. People want to hear me sing Roxanne. They want to see if I can still hit that high C in the middle of it. They want to hear Message in a Bottle. Maybe Walking on the Moon. So
Every breath you take, et cetera,
I'll
et cetera,
do
et cetera.
those,
Right.
and I always find something interesting in them that I haven't found before. A little incremental change that I discover something, so it keeps it fresh for me. And then I put the new stuff in. So I'm here to entertain. I'm not here to drill people. I'm here to entertain them. So I give them what they want, and I give them what I want to. I want to stretch them a little bit.
Well, and you touched on, as long as you have that license, some songs I could say, are they sacrosanct? You can't alter the versions because everyone hears every note in their head. McCartney once said, when they were talking about the remastering of the Beatles catalog, everyone hears the mono version of a certain age in their head.
Yeah.
So the stereo version isn't what they remember. You feel at this point, particularly in an arena like this, a smaller room, you can take certain liberties and evolve the songs.
As I say, they're incremental changes. Maybe the average listener wouldn't hear them, but I hear little inflections of melody, new ways of technically singing the song, which makes it better or richer or easier, and new ways of playing. The harmonies can change. And my musicians are all on that same wavelength with me. They'll try things out, and if they go too far out, I'll reel them back in. But I like the song to be an organic, living thing. It's not a museum artifact that is just, dusted off every now and then. It's living. It's a breathing, organic.
They have the record if they want to hear that version.
Exactly.
Well, this is, it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to see you in a room like the Palladium. I know, based on the early reviews, you're excited and you're giving them all the album, which we need to show our audience. 57th and 9th is a tremendous record. We thank you for this great gift you've given us.
Thank you, Sky.
And we wish you the best and keep doing what you're doing because we can't get enough of it.
I'll try.
You've got many more in you, my friend. We know it,
I hope so.
And you've proven it with this new record.
I hope so. I'm performing at the Academy Awards in the end of the month, so I finished the show with the song that was nominated, "The Empty Chair," and it's just me and a guitar, and it's a great way to end this rock and roll show, in a very thoughtful, quiet, meditative way. So. I'll be ready for the Academy Awards when I have to perform it.
We'll light candles in the hopes that you walk away with another statue.
That would be nice, but being invited to the party is enough.
Well, thank you for inviting us backstage into your dressing room, and thank you for the music you've given us throughout the years, and particularly 57th and 9th. It's Sting. It's live on 88.5 KCSN.
Daniels.
Thank you, everybody.